U.S. religious conservatives lobby to restrict abortion in Africa.
Here's a summary of the article.
Efforts to legalize and make abortions safer in Africa were shaken when the U.S. Supreme Court ended the national right to an abortion a year ago. The organization's Africa director also is advocating for his country, Ethiopia, to revoke a 2005 law that expanded abortion access and dramatically reduced maternal mortality. After lobbying lawmakers in the southern African nation not to consider a bill that would have allowed abortion under certain circumstances, the U.S.-based Catholic group Human Life International told its supporters in March that, thanks to you, Malawi is safe from legal abortion. Benin legalized abortion less than a year before the U.S. Supreme Court ruling, though Nigeria, Africa's most populous country, allows abortion only to save the mother's life. Unsafe abortions cause 16% of maternal deaths in the World Health Organization's largely sub-Saharan Africa region, the UN agency said last year, with variations across countries depending on the level of restrictions to abortion. Abortion opponents are especially outspoken in East Africa, where countries publicly wrestle with the issue of teen pregnancy but offer little sex education and access to legal abortions in limited circumstances. Abortion providers are often harassed, Otieno said, and a year ago, Kenya passed a national reproductive health policy that paid little attention to safe abortion care.
This post received a score of 14,000, with an upvote ratio of 91%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Aren't these the same people who said everyone should mind their own business when Uganda put that incredibly homophobic law into place?
Because they liked that law.
They created it.
Literally, the CEO of Chick-fil-A poured tens of millions into that organization. I've been boycotting them for almost a decade now due to their Hobby Lobby-like attitudes, and educating people on what kind of monster runs that place. Don't get me wrong, their chicken is good. But damn, knowing that some of that sandwich money goes to promoting the death penalty of gay people has got to make it taste rotten to people other than me too.
Right here with you. I won't give any money to any of these Christofascists.
I'm a pretty militant anti-theist though. Religion is nothing other than the greatest expression of human ignorance. Let's keep ignoring the fact that over 1,000 priests, clergy members have been convicted of child sex per year since 1995. Let's also ignore the fact that religious leaders prey on their ignorant followers and promote hate continuously. Let's also ignore the fact that if we taxed religions in the US we could end world hunger with enough left over for free healthcare for all, and ask ourselves why such charitable organizations can't just do that.
Couldn't agree more. Have you seen that Shiny Happy People documentary about the Duggar cult and how they groom children and brainwash them? It was appalling.
It was fucking terrifying. That worldwide organization they belong to is straight up evil. And working towards world domination.
The documentary, The Family, gives a really good background on this and how it's seeping into all our policies. Like our former VP.
Many women in sub-Saharan countries struggle to get enough nutrition for themselves, so they are unable to produce enough breast milk for a baby. Formula exists, but it is subpar compared to Western countries, and typically is not made with sterile water, leading to parasites or infections. People often cannot afford to mix the proper amount of formula into the water, and must stretch it, but too much water is unsuitable for baby to drink safely. Many women and girls are also assaulted and they become pregnant against their will.
The irony of this, is that aside from formula this is also very prevalent in America as well.
There's a lot more to the formula problem caused by corporate greed too, both in the US and in other countries, particularly in Africa. In the US, many labor and delivery wards were actually constructed by companies like Nestlé, with the agreement that new mothers will be gifted some ready-feed formula and powder formula. Forcing a hospital to gift formula prompts anyone who may possibly struggle with latching or producing milk to try it, but if they do not produce enough milk in the beginning, it is a much slimmer chance they will be able to produce enough milk at all. Nothing against formula, but corporations are actively trying to make people dependent on it, even in places that cannot afford or use it properly.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.